Good afternoon, everyone. Previous class, we started to learn about major crops of the world. Especially, we learned some of the crops such as rice, wheat under the major crops. So, today's class, let us continue the same topic. That is major crops. Okay. Now, previous class we learned about rice and wheat. Then today's class we are going to learn about some more crops. Let us discuss about millets. See, these millets are also called as coarse grain. Is also called as coarse grain. See, these coarse grains or millets can be grown on less fertile and sandy soils. It can be grown on less fertile and sandy soil. So these millets are which used to called as coarse grains. So this can be grown on less fertile and sandy soils. It is a hardly crop that needs low rainfall. So it requires low rainfall. It not requires heavy rainfall or moderate. So low rainfall enough for this and height to the temperature. Height to moderate. High temperature also okay or moderate temperature also okay. Understood now. So, with low rainfall or adequate rainfall and height to moderate temperature, it is required and it can be grown on less fertile also and sandy soil also. So, anybody can you guess which are the crops are used to called as millets or coarse grains? So, anybody can you please can you try to mention some of the these coarse grains, especially which used to called ಸಿರಿಧಾನ್ಯಗಳು ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಸಿರಿಧಾನ್ಯಗಳು. Anybody can you guess? So Johar. So these are some of the examples. Johar, Bajra, and Ragi. So there are so many. So these are some of the examples. Especially these are grown in India. These are grown in India and other countries where we can, especially Nigeria, China, and China, and Niger. So in these three countries, so apart from the India, so especially these are grown more in our country. These millets. So once again, I would like to repeat the millets, also known as coarse grain, and these can be grown on less fertile and sandy soil, and it's a required low rainfall or adequate rainfall that's enough, and also it can be grown on high temperature to moderate temperature. So such as Johar, Bajra, Ragi, and these are grown in India and some of the other countries such as Nigeria and China. Okay, now let us discuss about maize. See, maize, it requires moderate temperature. It requires Maize is a require moderate temperature. Got it now? And even so, the moderate rainfall and lots of sunshine. Okay, moderate temperature, moderate rainfall, and lots of sunshine. Got it now? See, it needs what kind of a soil, especially well drained, fertile soil. So it needs well drained, fertile soil is required. So maize, I would like to tell all of you knows that maize and sarija observe vasa crop and kabadi makla. So that is corn only. That is corn. So there are the varieties of corn such as a sweet corn and the same, the normal one also. See, it is especially grown in North America, Brazil, so especially grown in North America, Brazil, China, Russia, Canada, and India. China, Russia, Canada, India. Okay, so Canada, Russia, India, even so in Mexico also. In Mexico. See, the largest producer of maize corn is North America and followed by North America, Brazil, China, Russia, Canada, India and Mexico also. In these countries also maize grown. Okay, so once again I would like to repeat, maize is also known as corn in a different color and in a different varieties of the what we call the colorful of maize are found in across the world, and it requires a moderate temperature and as well as a moderate rainfall and lots of sunshine, and it's well grown on well drained fertile soils, especially in the regions of North America, Brazil, China, Russia, Canada, India, Mexico. So these are the leading producers of the maize in the world. Now let us discuss about cotton. See, cotton is requires high temperature. Require high cotton is require high temperature and less or light rainfall. So we all of you knows that especially it is a very suitable for black and alluvial soil. Black and alluvial soil is suitable for cotton. See, it takes 210 frost free days and it's required bright sunshine for its growth. Okay, 210 frost free days, and it's also required so bright sunshine for its growth. It especially grows on the black and alluvial soils. So, especially the cottons are grown. The China is the biggest one. I mean, The highest cotton producer in the world is China, and followed by China, USA, and the United States of America, and India, and Pakistan, even India, Pakistan, Brazil, and Egypt. Brazil and Egypt. So, these are the highest the leading producers of the cotton in the world, and it is one of the main raw material that we all of knows that for cotton textile industry. So once again I would like to repeat these students. So cotton is a require high temperature, light rainfall, and it is suitable black and alluvial soil, and it takes 210 frost free days and the bright sunshine for its growth. Understood now. And the leading producer of the cotton is China, and followed by China, USA, India, Pakistan, Brazil, and Egypt are other leading producers of the cotton in the world. And it is one of the most important raw material for the cotton textile industries. Getting now. Now let us discuss about jute. See, jute, this was also known as the golden fiber. The golden fiber. So, jute is also known as the golden fiber. It grows well on alluvial soil. It grows well on alluvial soil, and it requires heavy rainfall and humid climate. Getting now. So it requires a heavy rainfall and a humid climate. So this crop is grown on specially tropical areas. Tropical areas or regions. Got it now? See, the highest producer of this crop are India and Bangladesh. India and Bangladesh are the leading producers of the jute in the world. So once again I would like to repeat, jute is also known as the golden fiber. It grows well on alluvial soil, and it requires heavy rainfall and humid climate. And it better grows in a tropical regions or tropical areas. Okay, so India and Bangladesh. So these are the highest leading producers of the jute. Got it? Now let us discuss about coffee. See, coffee requires warm and wet climate. It requires warm and wet climate. Okay, and it is very suitable in well dried loamy soil. Well dried loamy soil. Getting these students. Especially we knows that coffee can be grown on hill slopes. Hill slopes. So we cannot grow coffee and plains. Got it now? So it can be grown on hill slopes, and it is more suitable. Hill slopes are more suitable for this growth. And especially we all of you knows that many times you may heard about. So the leading producer, the highest producer of the coffee in the world is Brazil, and followed by Brazil, Colombia, and India also. So Brazil, Colombia, and India are leading producers of the coffee. So once again, I would like to repeat: coffee. It is one of the important beverage crop which can be grown on warm and wet climate, and well-drained loamy soil is the required. So especially, so it is a very much suitable and to grow in the hill slopes, and the highest producer of the coffee in the world is Brazil, and followed by Brazil, Colombia and India are so other leading producer of the coffee in the world. Now let us discuss about tea. Like coffee, tea also another one important beverage crop. So this is also grown on plantations. So tea is also grown on plantations. So this requires cool climate. It requires cool climate, and it's well distributed high rainfall throughout the year. So it's required so high rainfall, especially throughout the year. The entire year it requires. Okay. Why? Because it helps to growth of its tender leaves. Got it now? And it needs the same well-drained loamy soils. Well-drained loamy soils required, and the same how coffee is required, the same it's also required gentle slopes. Gentle slopes. See, labor in large number is required because we know that the process to pick the leaves. So the labors are very much required in this. Especially Kenya, India, China, and Sri Lanka produce the best quality tea in the world. So the highest producer of the tea is Kenya, and followed by Kenya, India, China, and Sri Lanka. The first one is Kenya, India, China, Sri Lanka. Okay, India, Kenya, India, China, and Sri Lanka. So these are the best quality producers of the tea in the world. So I would like to repeat once again, tea is also one of the beverage crop which is actually grown as a plantation crop, and it requires cool climate, high rainfall, especially this high rainfall is required throughout the year, and well drained loamy soils is required, and it can be grown well on gentle slopes. Okay, and the highest, the best quality tea producers in the world are Kenya, India, China, and Sri Lanka. So these are the different countries which are producing the best quality tea in the world. I hope, dear students, so you may understood this concept. Now let us discuss about agricultural development. Agricultural development. See, dear students, what is the meaning of agricultural development? See, it refers to efforts made to increase farm production in order to meet the growing demand of increasing population. Agricultural development means efforts made to increase farm production in why it's required to increase farm production because in order to meet the growing demand of increasing population. So day by day the population is increasing in the world. So in order to meet the demand of the increasing population, it is very much required to increase farm production also. So regarding this we are going to discuss in the next class. Thank you, have a nice day.